Good morning all. Last day we have defined a set capital F from an integral domain, and we have going to show that it's a field. For that we have started with an integral domain D, and we have defined a relation, and we have shown that that relation is an equivalent relation in the set, and we have defined capital F as and we have defined the addition and multiplication as compositions in the set F. That's the first and second steps involved in the process of construction of field. Now today we are going to show the third and fourth steps in the construction. Let's move to today's portion, the field of quotients of an integral domain, second part. So we have construction. For that we have defined an integral domain D. Let D be the integral domain which we desire to enlarge to a field F. The construction involves the following step. First step, definition of F, and we have defined S be the subset of D cross D given by S equal to open interval AB, where A comma B element of D and B not equal to 0. Now we define the relation as ABCD is equivalent if and only if AD equal to BC, and we have shown that it's an equivalent relation, and we have defined F to be the set of all equivalent classes AB for open interval AB element of S. That's the first step. Now we have defined the addition and multiplication as the composition in F. The definition is AB plus CD equal to AD plus BC BD, and ABCD is equal to ACBD, which we give the well-defined definition of addition and multiplication on F. Up to this much we have completed last day. Today we have the step 3. We have to show that F is a field. For that, first we have to show that F is a ring. Then we have to show that it's a commutative ring with unity and has every non-zero element has inverse multiplicative inverse. So we have already proved that F is closed with respect to the composition, addition and multiplication, defined by AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC BD, and ABCD is equal to ACBD. Now we have to show that the addition is associative. For that, take three elements A, B, C, D and R as element of F, and we have used various axioms of the integral domain D. For that, we have for the addition ABC plus CD plus RS is equal to AD plus BC BD. That's the definition of we have defined for addition plus RS, which is equal to, again we use the definition. So this will be multiplied by AD plus BC is multiplied by S, and plus BD is multiplied by R. Next term is BDS. So ADS plus BCS plus BDS which is equal to ADS plus, from this term, these two terms we can take out B, so which is CS plus DR BDS, which is equal to AB plus CS plus DR DS, which is equal to AB plus CD plus RS. Hence, in R, it's associative. Addition is associative. So now we have to show the existence of identity. For that, we have 0, 1 element of S, and so closed interval 0, 1 element of F. This is the equivalence class, where 0 is the the additive identity of the integral domain D, and 1 is the unity of the integral domain D for any AP element of F. AB plus 0, 1 is equal to A1 plus B into 0 B1, which is equal to AB. This is the definition in the addition. So 0, 1 plus AB is equal to the same formula we have used for the addition, 0B plus 1A 1B, which is equal to AB. Therefore 0, 1 is the 0 or the identity of F. Now we have to show that there exists additive inverse for any element in F. For that, take one element AB, element of F, the class. So for AB element of F, the coordinate pair AB is element of S. So the B not equal to 0, the y coordinate of S not equal to 0. Hence minus AB is an element of S, where minus A is the additive inverse of A in D. So minus AB element of F. Now use axioms and properties of integral domain D. We get AB plus minus AB, which is equal to AB plus B into minus A, BB, the additive formula we use here, which is equal to 0B square. Similarly, minus AB plus AB is minus A into B plus BA into BB, which is equal to 0B square. Now we have to show that 0B square is same as the equivalent class 0B square is same as 0, 1. Now we use 0 into 1 is equal to 0, which is equal to B square into 0, which is implies 0B square is equivalent to 0, 1. So the class 0B square is same as 0, 1. Hence AB plus minus AB is equal to the class 0, 1, which is equal to minus AB plus AB. Therefore minus AB is the additive inverse of AB in F. Therefore every element of F has additive inverse in F. Now we have to show that the commutativity of addition. For any ABCD, take two elements ABCD element of F, the class, then we know that the addition and multiplication are commutative in the integral domain D. So AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC plus BC BD, the formula, which is same as CB plus DA, the commutative property in addition and multiplication used, DB, which is the same as CD plus AB. Hence addition is commutative in F. Therefore F is, we proved the four properties of abelian group. Therefore F is an abelian group under addition. So we proved R1. Now we have to prove R2, which is associativity of multiplication. Take three elements AB, CD, RS element of F. Multiplication is associative in D. AB, CD, we club these two into RS, which is equal to AC, the first product, X product in comma BD, RS, which is equal to ACR BDS, which is equal to AB into CRDS, which is equal to AB CD RS. Therefore multiplication is associative in F. Now distributive law. For that R3, for any ABCD RS element of F, since multiplication is left distributive over addition in D, we have ABCD plus RS. AB into CD plus RS is equal to AB into CS plus DR DS, which is equal to A into CS plus DR BDS, which is equal to ACS plus ADR BDS, which is equal to AB into CD plus AB into RS, which is equal to AC plus BD plus AR plus BS, which is equal to ACBS plus BDAR plus BDBS, the formula we used. So multiplication is associative, commutative, and left and right distributive over addition. We get the ACS plus ADR into BDBS is equal to ACSB plus ADRB into DBS, which is equal to ACBS plus BDAR into BDS, which is equal to BDS into ACBS plus BDAR, which is we can write in equivalent relation. ACS plus ADR comma BDS is equal to ACBS plus BDAR BDBS. Therefore the two formulas ABCD plus RS, AB into CD plus RS, which is equal to ACS plus ADR plus BDS, which is equal to ACBS plus BDAR BDBS, which is equal to ABCD plus ABRS. That is multiplication is left distributive over addition in F. Similarly, we can prove that the multiplication is right distributive over addition. Hence, F is a ring with respect to given composition. So we have proved the R3 property. So this is F is a ring. Now we have to show that it is a commutative ring with unity and satisfies the inverse with respect to multiplication for every non-zero element. So first we are proving the commutativity of addition. For that, take two elements AB and CD element of F. Multiplication is commutative in integral domain. So AB into CD is equal to ACBD, which is equal to CADB, which is equal to CD into AB. Hence multiplication is commutative in F. Hence F is a commutative ring. Now we have to show that the multiplicative identity exists. So we know that D is an integral domain. So 1 is a non-zero element not equal to 0. There exists that unity element. So we have 1 1 is an element of S, D cross D. So 1 1 element, the class 1 1 is an element of F. So for any AB element of F, we have AB into 1 1 is equal to A1 B1, which is equal to A into AB. Similarly, 1 1 AB is equal to 1 into A, 1B is equal to AB. Therefore, 1 1 is the multiplicative identity, that is unity in the ring. So F is a commutative ring with unity. Now we have to show that there exists multiplicative inverse. We have proved that 0 1 is the additive identity, 0 of F. Now for any AB element of F, using properties of integral domain D, we get AB is equal to 0 1. Implies and implied by, we have for the non-zero elements we have to choose. For AB equal to 0 1 implies and implied by AB is equivalent to 0 1, that is A1 is equal to B0, which implies A equal to 0. Hence if AB is any non-zero element of F, then A not equal to 0 and by definition B not equal to 0. Therefore, BA is a non-zero element of F. First we have to take the non-zero element. For that purpose we use this formula. Now compute AB into BA, which is equal to AB BA. Since multiplication is commutative in D, AB into 1 is equal to BA into 1, which is equal to 1 into BA. Therefore, AB BA is equivalent to 1 1. So AB BA is equal to 1 1 is the unity of F. Since the multiplication is commutative in F, we have AB BA is equal to 1 1, which is equal to BA AB. Hence every non-zero element of F has a multiplicative inverse in F. Thus F is a commutative ring with unity and every non-zero element of F has a multiplicative inverse in F. Therefore, F is a field. Now in step 4 we have to show that F can be viewed as containing D as an integral subdomain. F is a field and it is F is an integral. F can be viewed as D as an integral subdomain. So to show that F can be regarded as containing D, we show that there is an isomorphism I of D with the subdomain of F. For that we have a lemma. The map I from D to F given by I of A is equal to A1 is an isomorphism of D with a subring of F. So we have to show that this is an isomorphism. For that we have to show that the structure properties holds. The homomorphism properties with respect to addition and multiplication holds. For that take two elements A, B. So I of A plus B is equal to A plus B into 1 by the definition of class. So IA plus IB is equal to A1 plus B1, which is equal to the property, the addition property A into 1 plus 1 into B 1, which is equal to A plus B1. Therefore IA I of A plus B is equal to IA plus IB. Now proof of lemma continued. So IAB is equal to AB1, which is equal to IA into IB, which is equal to A1 B1, which is equal to AB1. Therefore IAB is equal to I of A into I of B 2. From 1 and 2 we get I is an homomorphism from D to F. So for any a comma b element of D, I of A is equal to I of B. Now we are showing the 1-1 property. I of A is equal to I of B is equal to, which implies A1 is equal to B1, which implies A1 is equivalent to B1, which implies A into 1 is equal to B into 1, which is implies A is equal to P. Hence I is 1-1. Therefore I is an integral domain of D with I of D, and of course ID is equal to A1, A element of D is a subdomain of F. So we have the construction of field. Now the all steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 together we can form to a theorem, and the theorem is an integral domain D can be enlarged to a field F such that every field of F can be expressed as a quotient of two elements of D. Such a field F is a field of quotient of D.